Welcome to your weekly airplane news update. This is the week of August 1st, 2022, and we get 4 stories for you. The first one is kind of a continuation of what we talked about last week, which is the Avgas drama that continues. We'll talk about the FAA's lacks of oversight over Southwest. We'll talk about a tragic story where a co-pilot fell from an aircraft during an emergency landing. This is, like I said, really tragic. And then lastly, we'll get a report on EAA Airventure, and it was a good year for them. So let's get to it. First story this week is a continuation of what we said last week about the Avgas drama. As you know, there is a congressional panel going on right now trying to figure out what is going on with Avgas and if it is actually needs to be replaced over time with unleaded gas. Now, the co-founders of GAMI, which is an organization that has been working for over a decade now, trying to get a replacement solution for 100 low lead, and also the CEO of Swift Fuel, both of them have testified in front of Congress this week on the topic of leaded aviation fuel, and they've basically said that, hey, listen, we've had this solution available to replace 100 low lead for quite a while now, except it needs to be approved by someone, and I think the someone at this stage is the FAA. And we had actually reported on this a couple months ago. It's been a while now on this show how GAMI was continuing to do this, and they kept saying, hey, we have this thing available. All we need is now FAA approval, and we just can't get it. So I hope this changes a little bit. Now, I have to say that no one from the Department of Transportation was available at this congressional hearing on this matter, which seems a little bit interesting to me that they wouldn't be present. But hopefully we can move on. There is a 2030 mandate before this is actually required that there is no more lead in aviation gas. And hopefully GAMI and Swift here can figure out how to get their product approved so we can move along and make this happen. And I know there were some questions last week as to how it would work with older airplane. It seems to me that this would be a fairly easy transition using the replacement fuel that they have available. So more information when we get it, but I'm sure we will hear more about this, especially over the next 8 years. So stay posted. Probably will happen in 2029. Okay, the next thing, the FAA again in the news, unfortunately not in a good way this week again. The FAA has validated, or the Department of Transportation has validated allegations that there was a whistleblower complaint that the FAA mismanaged oversight of Southwest Airlines. Among the validated allegation was that the airline failed to properly certify 88 of its Boeing 737s aircraft that were brought overseas. The report says that the airline's upper management was very cozy with they said an unnamed former acting FAA administrator. That doesn't leave a whole lot of people, who was previously the deputy FAA administrator. So it looks like there was some shady deal going on right here, and I'm sure this is going to change going forward. Tragic story in the next story, which is something that happened at the Raleigh Airport in North Carolina. After an emergency landing, the co-pilot of the airplane was found 30 miles to the south of the airport, having somehow fallen from the aircraft. He did not, unfortunately, survive and then landed really close to a house. The airplane was having an issue with its right main landing gear, and then in the process, we still don't know exactly what happened, but the co-pilot ended up in the suburban backyard of somebody living there. Very tragic. There is some speculation that the co-pilot may have been checking to see what that wheel was doing or how it was looking before they could land at the airport. But I'm sure we'll get more information once the NTSB gets involved and release a report. Last story this week is record crowds at EAA Airventure in Oshkosh. EAA said that they had nearly 650,000 people in attendance this year, setting a new record. They said that they had named the show unlike anything else, and it delivered. There were a lot of fly-ins, a lot of people coming in, really good weather all year long, and this is kind of exciting to see. I've been to Oshkosh several times. We do plan on being there next year, so look for our booth. We'll give you more information when that happens. Getting ready for Oshkosh and getting ready to be out there takes quite a bit of time and quite a bit of effort. So we'll be doing a good showing next year and hopefully see a lot of you out there and talking in person. All right, that's all I have for you this week. As always, like, subscribe. Thanks for leaving your comments, and we look forward to talking to you next week.